Aaron and I sat side by side at a metal table while an officer took notes, his pen scratching steadily as if he already sensed this would not be simple. I told my story first. My work, the audit, the missing files, the car across the street, the gate unlatched, the legal pad gone. Saying it out loud made it real in a way my mind had resisted until now. Then Aaron spoke. He handed over his phone, his notes, the dates and times, the audio recordings. The officer's expression changed when Victor's voice filled the room, not shock, recognition. He stepped out and returned with a detective whose hair was mostly gray and whose eyes missed nothing. Victor Hale works contract security, the detective said slowly. Night coverage, rotating sites, my breath caught. Security where? The detective met my gaze. Your archive building. And two other facilities tied to civil litigation storage. The room seemed to tilt. He has keys, I whispered. Yes, the detective said, limited access but enough to move around unnoticed. I felt something inside me break open. That is why the files vanished without alarms, that is why the logs looked clean. He was not breaking in, he belonged there. The detective leaned forward. There is something else. Victor Hale did not choose you randomly. He slid a photograph across the table, an old one. A group of men standing on courthouse steps years ago. I recognized one face immediately. My husband. Daniel stood in the photo, younger, arm around another man. Victor Hale. I stared at it, my chest tight. They worked together years ago, the detective said. Your husband testified in a civil fraud case that cost Hale his contractor license. He was blacklisted after that, career ruined. I felt sick. Daniel never told me that name, I said. He never talked about it. He probably thought it was over, the detective replied. Hale did not. The realization crashed down. This was not just about files or money, this was personal. He followed you because of where you work, the detective continued. But when he realized who you were married to, you became something else, a risk and an opportunity. My hands shook. The detective stood. We are getting a warrant now for his residence, his storage units, his vehicle. Officers moved fast after that. Radios crackled, doors opened and closed. Aaron stayed with me while everything accelerated beyond my ability to process. 2 hours later, the detective returned. They found hundreds of altered legal documents, he said. Originals removed, replacement pages fabricated, evidence of settlement diversions exceeding $500,000. My stomach dropped. And in his garage, he added, they found printed photos of your house, your gate, your back door, notes about your schedule, and a list labeled contingency. I could barely breathe. What was on it? Your name, the detective said, and a date tonight. Silence swallowed the room. He was planning to confront you, the detective continued. To search your house, to intimidate you if necessary, to silence you.